Hello fans of the USFL and fans of the Premier USFL 20-team Fantasy Football League. We're living out the USFL right here in fantasy. 10 celebrity owners set of top teams in this 20-team league representing all 20 of the franchises that had a USFL team or would have had a USFL team, our 20th team, the Miami Spirit. We're going to start out, this is highlights, Week 8, unique league, fun league. Even the guys that are at the bottom of the league play every week. Not this penny ante 8 and 10 team league. Every player is a formidable player in our league. We'll start out with the Panthers and the San Antonio Gunslingers. Both of these teams were 4-3 going into this game. The Gunslingers had lost 3 in a row. Panthers had won 3 out of their last 4. The Panthers win at home 27-21 over the Gunslingers. Heartbreaking loss for Jake Matthews. He goes to 4-4. Started out 4-0. Now finds himself at 4-4 and in the middle of the pack in the Central Division. Mark Nemi, former champion, Hall of Famer, 3-time champion here in our league going into the 9th season. Wins this game, goes to 5-3, finds himself 1 game behind the Oklahoma Outlaws, Kyle Smith and Keith Clark's team. The Outlaws lose in a close game to not a division opponent, Randy Miner's Invaders, by less than 1/10 of a point. Bear, San Diego Chargers, Bear, quarterback for the Outlaws, did not perform. That was the difference in this game. Tough loss. The Outlaws lose their 2nd in a row. And then the Blitz over the Gamblers. Let's take a quick look at the Central Division. As you can see here, the Oklahoma Outlaws still hold a slim lead over the Michigan Panthers. With the Gunslingers, the Fighting Jake Matthews Gunslingers, with Barkley maybe now healthy the rest of the season, who knows? But the Gunslingers are definitely formidable. And look, let's not leave out the Chicago Blitz, who've won 2 in a row. Moving on, Steve Smith's team with the Blitz, new GM with the Chicago Blitz. Moving on to the Pacific Division, as I said, the Invaders won in that close game over the Outlaws. Randy Miner's team goes to 7-1 atop in the Pacific. And then we've got some great teams here, great battles in the Pacific this week. The Breakers go to the Express and win. Jason Wise's Breakers win 31-29 over Dale Duncan and El Briscoe's Express. The Express looks strong. We're favored in this game, playing at home. Didn't happen. The Breakers win, go to 5-3, break a 2-game losing skid. And then the Express, who had won 2 in a row, looked like they were going to make a surge, go to 4-4 with a loss here. And then the Wranglers, 5-time divisional champs out in the Pacific, Kevin Perillou's team, the Wranglers win 25-18 over the Gold. Speaking of what I said earlier, the Gold are 0-8. Michael Rutt's team, he's rebuilding for next year. He's also playing to win the Spoiler Award, something unique in our league. The bottom 4 teams don't just get an out to be first to draft and free dues the next year, but they also are playing to spoil somebody. So the Gold, the Michael Rutt's team, is going to spoil somebody before this season is over. Now looking at the Pacific really quick there, as you can see here, the Invaders hold a little lead there, 2-game lead with the divisional games coming up here, second half of the season. It's going to make a difference here. Very formidable teams behind the Invaders. 2 games back, albeit said, the Arizona Wranglers and the Portland Breakers, both very good teams. See the playoff percentages there. This division may have 3 teams come out of it. And then the LA Express are dangerous right there. And then you got the Spoiler Award contender, Michael Rutt, there to mess things up in the Pacific. Moving on to the South, Michael Rodriguez, who will be doing right here on the Fantasy Fan page his Swami highlights and previews next week. Always a great production. Michael Rodriguez, Renegades, he's rebuilt this team, took over the Renegades about 3 years ago, and he's right now in first place at 6-2 with a win over the Stallions, 26-20. The Bulls win, go to 2-6 over the Bandits. John Bassett and Terry Harness's team, and one of our celebrity owners. Bulls win that game, go to 2-6. And then the Memphis Showboats staying strong at 5-3 with a win over the Stars, 29-17. And looking at the Southern Division, right there, you can see the Orlando Renegades are atop, but Memphis is right behind them. Birmingham and Tampa Bay not out of it. Both teams battered a bit, but sitting at 3-5, they're still in the playoff hunt, and the Bulls tell that out. Phil Wilfong's team, another spoiler award candidate. He's there to mess things up in the South, guys. We'll watch what happens as we move on with that. And then finally, we move to the Atlantic Division. Upset of the week. New Jersey Generals go down to the 0-7 Spirit of Miami. Matt's rebuilding out there in Miami, and but still in the spoiler award category. He's there to mess things up in the Atlantic Division. Stacy Checo's team suffers their first loss, still in comfortable lead in the Atlantic Division. And then the Maulers and the Fed was a really good game because the Feds had a chance to stay 2 games back, but John Pahala's Maulers win 23-21 over the Feds. And so looking at that, and then the Stars lost this past week. So looking at the Atlantic Division, there you go. The New Jersey Generals, really strong on top. John Pahala's Maulers always put something interesting together. 3 games back. I think they've got a couple of games still with the Generals. I'm not sure about that. If not, the Federals may have. Both of those teams at 4-4. Stars tail on the backside of that. All right, look, guys, previews coming up in a few days. Once everybody lines them up, we'll detail each game in the previews, the implications it has going forward. Have a great week. Line them up, guys.